Well, good morning, folks. This is Brother Dave and bringing you moments for the cracked pots. And we've all been cracked pots at one time or another in our lives, special needs. And the purpose of this video series is to offer some encouragement and some helps. Just wondering this morning, how many of you have some children at home that, let's just be honest, sometimes you want to hurt them? Now, I'm just teasing, but you understand what I'm talking about. Discipline is a real issue. I want to give you a parenting tip this morning to start this off. Three things about discipline. Number one, discipline needs to be firm. You don't have to be loud to be firm. So many times we equate loudness. If I get way up here with my tone of voice and screaming and yelling, that will get my children's attention, and it has just the opposite impact. Firm, but not loud. Number two, it has to be fair. The punishment has to fit the crime. If you're always using your big guns when you need a big gun because of a very serious offense, what's left in your arsenal? So firm, fair, punishment fits the crime. And the third one is the most difficult for most parents, consistent. Your no is a no, your yes is a yes. Now, we're really big on making sure my no is a no, but it's just as important that your child understands that when you promise something, you're going to fulfill that promise, that your yes is always a yes. One of the big issues with consistency, moms and dads are not always on the same page, and you need to be. You never disagree about discipline in front of your child. Both of you get on the same page. You never tell a child more than one time to do something without consequences. Not because I say so, but that's what the Word of God says, and that should be our guidebook, our example. God gives us a chance to make good choices, and if we don't make good choices, there's not good consequences. The same principle applies to disciplining our children. And by the way, you discipline a child, you don't punish a child. God punished his enemies, but he disciplined his children. Discipline is always an act of love for the purpose of drawing that child back to a safe place. So when it comes to consistency, you tell a child one time to do something, then there's a consequence. The consequences then become progressive. If you tell a child a second time, then the consequences are greater. And if you have to tell a child three times, Katie bar the door. I'll explain this a little further tomorrow, but just giving you a heads up. Firm, fair, and consistent. That's the keys to godly discipline.